Hey everyone, I'm Mandy and this is a long overdue video. I have been wanting to do this video ever since I started my channel, but to be honest with you, I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys today about me. This is basically a get to know me video, and like I said, it's been a long time coming, so I'm excited and let's go. So just a little bit of information. I'm a 90s kid. I currently am living in Southern California and I'm loving everything Disney related, theme parks, Broadway, all that jazz. Obsessed with it. I raised a question over on my Instagram and had all of my Disney friends over there answer a question box in my stories to ask me what they wanted to know. And they responded. So this is also kind of going to be a video of their question. If you have any questions that I haven't answered today, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and then when I do my part 2, eventually, I'll have more questions. The first question is, where are you from, and have you always been going to Disneyland? I'm actually from Pennsylvania originally. I moved out here during the last semester in college, and then after I graduated college, I actually stayed out here and officially, I guess, moved out here. I grew up going to Disney World mostly because of the proximity from Pennsylvania to Disney World. We went to Disney World just about every other year, maybe every few years, especially when I was younger, because I also had family that lived in Florida, so we would make it kind of a dual trip, and we would go see my family and then we would go to the Disney parks, which was always kind of nice. Now that I'm living in Southern California, my home park is Disneyland, so that is why I go to Disneyland all the time. Next one, do you like any other theme parks? Well, first of all, I love all theme parks. I'm not sure that I've ever been to a theme park I didn't enjoy, but growing up in Pennsylvania, I actually went to Hershey Park a lot. We had annual passes, or season passes as you would call them, there. Hershey Park wasn't actually open all year round. They had a downtime just because, you know, Pennsylvania and snow and stuff. But then I ended up working there as well, and so that was my home park growing up. I've also, throughout my life so far, I've also been to SeaWorld. I've been to Six Flags, Universal Orlando and Hollywood, and Busch Gardens in Virginia. I still haven't been to the one in Tampa, but so I love all theme parks, and I end up going to the Disney parks more often than the other parks simply because they're my favorites. But to answer that question, yes, I love all theme parks. Why did I start YouTube and Instagram? To be honest, I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a very, very long time. I ended up starting my Disney Instagram first because I felt like it was a good stepping stone into this Disney community. But I have been recording all of my trips for a very long time. Maybe not quite in the same detail as I do now. I have been recording them. I mean, I remember when I was, we took a Disney trip to Walt Disney World, and it was like 2003, and I took a camera and I had my little recorder, old school recording camera. My dad had a camcorder, and then I also had disposable camera, and I was taking pictures of everything. I constantly wanted to steal my dad's camcorder. I literally, I think, went through 10 rolls on this disposable camera, or just 10 disposable cameras. Either way, we kept having to get film. I think it was actually just film. We kept having to buy film, and my mom was so mad because we were spending all this money, and she was like, I'm gonna have to get these pictures developed. Anyway, I've been recording them forever, so I kind of got to this point where I was making little videos of our trips or events in life, whatever the case is, for my friends and my family, and I enjoyed making the videos. I always have. And then I thought, why not just start my YouTube? I have all this footage of my stuff anyway. And anyway, so that's kind of how it started, and I just kind of wanted to share my fun Disney times and, you know, different things that happen in life, and So I just kind of bit the bullet and said, let's do this. So I did. How did you become a Disney person? I have been a Disney person my whole life. My mom was buying me Disney VHS tapes since I was born. Some of my favorite movies were movies that really came out before I understood what they even were. So it's been ingrained in my brain from a very early age. And my mom really liked Disney and Disney films, and so it was just always a part of my life. And then we would go to Disney World. Like, I guess it's good that I didn't end up hating it, but I ended up loving it. What is your favorite color? Pink, hands down. I don't even need to explain it. It's my favorite color. Pink. If I could have pink everything, probably would. What is it about Disneyland that makes you want to come back week after week? I have to say, it's not necessarily Disneyland that makes me want to come back, but more so the Disney magic that you feel when you're in a Disney park. Depending on where I would live, I think I would go to whatever park would be closest to me and still have the same, I need to go back day after day or week after week or whatever the case is. There is just something so magical about being inside of a Disney park. It creates such a sense of nostalgia for me because I've been going there my whole life. But even if you haven't been going there your whole life, you can feel like a kid. And for that small few hours or that one day where you're going to a Disney park, you can forget any other trouble that you have. And I think a lot of the Disney community would agree with me that it's just nice to be able to escape reality for just a little bit and be in this world where you can feel like anything is possible and there's just magic everywhere, and it's a wonderful feeling. So that is what makes me go back week after week. What is my favorite underrated Disney movie? There are definitely a few of these. For right now, my answers are going to be Hercules, Oliver and Company, and Enchanted. Those are three really good ones. If you watch my vlogs, I feel like you already know Hercules is like, there needs to be more Hercules stuff and more Meg stuff, and more Hades stuff. Come on Disney. Next one, who is my favorite princess? This is also not a hard one. I mean, it is a hard one because I love so many of them, but my answer will probably always first and foremost be Belle. Ever since I was a little kid, my favorite has been Belle. In fact, I'm going to insert some proof right here. However, I really also like Elsa, Rapunzel, Merida, Jasmine. But again, if I'm being honest, I love them all. I really do. Who is my favorite villain? Hades. Hands down. The Sass King. Do I have a favorite Disney hotel? Well, I've only ever stayed at the Disney hotels in Florida, at Disney World. So I can't really speak to all of the Disney resorts. I have to say that my favorite was staying at the Grand Floridian Hotel in Florida. Things have changed, I hear, since I stayed there. This was I think in 2009. So I don't know how it is now, but when I stayed there, it felt so magical. And I love that resort anyway. The rooms are a little small, if you ask me, and it is very overpriced, and it's much more expensive than it was when we stayed there. But aesthetically, it's still my favorite resort. If I had to choose one resort to just go hang out at a day, that would be on the top of my list. However, the last trip that I took, my mom and I stayed at the Contemporary, and I wasn't super jazzed about it, to be honest with you. But then after the trip, I was like, this was great. It was much better than I ever kind of thought it was going to be. And so it's giving the Grand Floridian a run for its money, I gotta say. Do I have a favorite musical? Yes. Can I narrow it to one? I don't know. That's a super hard one. I'm a music lover in general, and also as a musical lover, I literally have so many favorites, but I would say my all-time tops, a few of them, and the ones right now at least. Wicked is definitely one of my all-time favorites. I saw it when I was younger, like when it first opened, or one of the first few years that it had opened, and it was beautiful. And I've seen it about 4 or 5 times since then, and it's just going to be always one of my all-time favorites. Some others that I really like are also Hairspray, Legally Blonde the musical, Anastasia, love Anastasia, and Kiss Me Kate. I'm going to end it with this last one, and that is, are you a Star Wars fan? I am now. It's not that I wasn't a fan before. Actually, I just never watched them. I just didn't grow up watching them. My family didn't really watch them that much anyway, and I didn't have friends who were super into Star Wars, so I just never watched them. I knew all the characters, well, the main characters, you know. I didn't actually watch any of those Star Wars films in their entirety until 2019, which was last year. And I did it so that I could go to Galaxy's Edge and hopefully have some kind of understanding of what's going on. But to be honest, it didn't really help me that much. Because I already knew who the main characters were. I already knew what the Millennium Falcon was. I already know who Chewie was. I am a fan now because I watched The Mandalorian. I watched all the episodes in one day and just became obsessed. And then I was like, you know what? I want to watch all the Star Wars films, and I want to watch them in order. I'm going to really pay attention. I'm going to watch them. And so I'm still watching all of them. I don't know if it's Baby Yoda or what, but I would say that I'm a fan now. Sophia, can you say hi? Can you say hi? This is Sophia. She's my little puppers. So that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it, and I hope you got to know me just a little bit better. And I'm going to post these questions down below in the description so that you can answer them too. Feel free to copy and paste them in a comment and let me know what your answers might be, or feel free to do a video of your own and tag me, and let's just keep this going so we can all get to know each other. I'm really looking forward to connecting with more of you. If you have any other questions that I haven't answered today that you'd love to know, please, and again, drop a comment below and I'll do my best to add it to the next video. Bye bye. Oh, thank you so much. Hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.